Hi, I'm Chart Gal Lori, and I'm part of the Chart Guys community. And this is the market recap video for Wednesday, January 3rd. I just made my face bigger to say hi to you. What time is it? It's 4:20. Just kidding, but we will go over some MJ stocks and what happened today with those. We have to start though with RTY, the Russell. The Russell led the way down. It was down 2.7%. That is a very large percentage to be down for an ETF. And this is a risk on asset. When market participants are buying the riskier asset classes, that means they have a little more confidence in the market. And this is showing a low confidence market buyers. And if you look, the bear volume is elevated. Let's take a look at the daily view. On the daily, we broke support. A weekly higher low is still possible. And we have our 4-hour RSI is really beat up at 16. Before I forget, I want to show you the economic events tomorrow. ADP non-farm payroll at 8:15. That always throws me a little off. I always anticipated at 8:30, but 8:15. Then we have initial jobless claims at 8:30. And tomorrow, oil inventory at 11 a.m. because we had the holiday on Monday. All right, so RTY was definitely the story today. ES broke daily support here, but only by $2. So I'm not calling this a bear break yet. I'm calling it a double bottom. And it could be the beginning of something like this. A daily head and shoulders. That's a very early call. I'm just saying if this neckline holds and we get a shallow bounce, then that could set us up for potential head and shoulders. And if you look, the bear volume was really, it has been increasing the last few days. Looking at the NASDAQ, we lost daily support yesterday on NASDAQ. However, a weekly higher low is still on the table. So I think some hungry bulls could be dip buying tomorrow. We will see, but we do have data that could impact us. The Dow is just like whistling Dixie, like what's going on? Like, I don't see anything wrong here. So they still have their daily uptrend. Healthcare and financials have really been helping the Dow. The Dow has been holding up very well considering the conditions of the market. Bitcoin lost daily support. We had a pretty big liquidation break this morning at 5 a.m. Mountain Time. And currently we have an hourly EQ with our third inside bar. So this is a pretty good bounce considering the liquidation break. We'll see if this is a temporary top for Bitcoin. We would be looking for a 4-hour lower high. So it wouldn't be surprising if this is the beginning of some daily consolidation. The dollar won't sit its butt down for nothing. It got through the 8 EMA. We have a higher high. We got over the daily 8 EMA, but we're still looking for a daily lower high and a weekly lower high. So when we're looking for a weekly lower high, we look for 4-hour overbought. Well, that's what we got right now with the dollar. However, it could be a 4-hour bull flag. Gold and indices would like to see the dollar to chill out and take a little break. Gold has been weak today because of dollar strength. On any bounce, bears are looking for the 4-hour lower high. We had some news from Libya today. I didn't look at it in detail, but it did cause a little bit of a spike. So what I wanted to show you here, I want to tighten this up. Again, this is early pattern recognition. This could be the beginning of a potential 6-hour inverse head and shoulders on oil. We'll see. We're here right at the 50 MA on the 6-hour and the 4-hour, and you're looking at a potential 4-hour lower high. So I think bears look better right here, but I think on a pullback, it's buyable. SMH had a terrible day. Oversold. 4-hour RSI is 23. And on the daily, we've lost support. And on the weekly, we're looking for a weekly higher low on semis, and that needs to get put in sooner than later. And of course, news can drop this to a lower low. We just always use probability and the size of the bounces to determine the most likely scenario. And in this scenario, a weekly higher low is the more likely scenario. Say a shot every time I say scenario. Take a shot. XLF, weekly inside bar, potential daily bull flag. It didn't have a great day, but it sure didn't have a bad day. We broke the low of the prior day just barely. Again, XLF and XLV have been the heroes. So we're going into tomorrow with potential hourly. I got my magnet on, so it looks crazy. head and shoulders here. We'll see if this develops. So remember, if XLV and XLF decide to take a break, then we need QQQ to wake up, IWM to wake up and start help pull the train, because right now it's been XLF and XLV preventing us from having a complete meltdown of the market. We need some rotation and back into technology. And we are having the CES conference this week in Vegas, and we could have some AI news or any type of technology news come out of that. All right. I'm skipping Apple. Apple was a big story yesterday. Today it was just kind of I mean, it didn't do anything big. So Apple weighed us down yesterday. Today it was kind of sideways. We are looking for a weekly higher low on Apple. Mara, we're looking for a daily lower high on the next bounce on these Bitcoin names. And there is news that SEC is talking to the Bitcoin ETF folks. I don't know the details of that either. That doesn't affect me. But if that news were to come out, it could be a sell the news event. And we're looking for a 4-hour lower, I've said that twice now, daily lower high on Mara. On Riot, we're looking for a daily lower high. You do Coin real quick. Shouldn't have left that off. On Coin, we're looking for a daily lower high. So I will be eyeing these crypto names as we're looking for a Bitcoin 4-hour lower high. I will be looking for crypto names to have 4-hour lower highs. All right. So today we had some news that came out that they're having discussions about MJ. And from what I understand from the experts, this information was already known, but it was surprising to the MJ crowd on publicly and in our room that MSOS held up so well. So we had the spike up halt, and then it pulled back down. And then it started bouncing again. So when people were digesting the news, most folks were saying, we already knew this news, but Punchbowl put it out. So maybe because Punchbowl put it out, it means more. But the fact that it closed near the high of day, that is huge for MSOS. And we're looking for a 718. No, we did get that break. We're looking for a break over 736. And today, while MSOS was halted in that type of situation, an alternative for ninjas only. And when I say ninjas only, I mean traders that are consistently profitable and are very good at fast scalping. You could trade MSOX while MSOS is halted. MSOX is a 2 times daily ETF of MSOS. So I took advantage of that while the underlying was halted. MSOX, you could trade that back and forth. So just remember that, but again, ninjas only. Tilray had a great move, but it was unable to close near the high of day like MSOS because remember, this is US news, but it did have a good day. We ended with inside bars. MSTR, when I look up the news, there was a lot of conversations and I heard different bits and pieces that Michael Saylor is selling shares. And so I heard it came out partly 22 hours ago. Some people are saying this was known news. Either way, guess what? It's in the same category as Riot, Mara, and Coin. It's a heavily Bitcoin related name and is a daily lower high is the more likely scenario. So I have MSTR up here right there. I'm looking to short a pop tomorrow on MSTR. And I've searched for news for this pullback. So management has not announced, to my knowledge, always check this information, but management has not come out and said we accept the $21 per share offer. So I had a lot of range bound scalps in here as we would drop down to $20 and go back up to $20.50. And I call that the broken slot machine where you're just playing a range. Well, they pulled back pretty hard today, which the market was weak. But management hasn't said they're not going to accept the $21 a share at this point. So this one could be a buy opportunity off the support of 1826, but keep your eyes open for any news that could come out. All right, I think that's about it. I did want to show you the heat map. Heat map, healthcare, XLE, and some banks. They were the only strength we had. And our big boys and girls were really weak except for Google. Google broke yesterday's high. All right, that's it for me, Chart Gal Lori. And hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Give me a follow on Twitter at Chart Gal Lori, and TCGers, I will see you tomorrow morning.